All right. I didn't actually plan to make this video, but I I really need to talk about it. Okay. Now, what happened was I happened to see this post on Facebook where they were, just a JPEG image of a Indian guy, and there it stated that this guy from this political party, he apparently got murdered or killed in front of his family. So, when I saw that, I obviously was shocked, and it's a terrible thing for anybody to get killed, and it's even more terrible that you get hacked to death or you get killed in front of your family. So obviously I was, pretty upset about it, and I shared it in my groups and said, see, this happened in India, and this is pretty shocking, and it's pretty bad. So, I no sooner I posted that, the reaction that I got actually shocked me much more than this actual incident. Now, what happened was, after I posted this, obviously I expected people to say that, murder is horrible, it's bad to, kill and all that. But instead of this, I started to get people responding in my WhatsApp groups stating that, oh, this is typical Kerala state, this is typical, the Indian political landscape, or this is Congress, or this is Muslims, or... So, instead of, focusing on the crime, instead of focusing on something wrong that happened, immediately the reaction was, oh, this is typical of these people of this state of India, this is typical of this religious group, or this is typical of these political affiliations. What actually surprised me was, if you harbor this kind of hate, if you have this kind of a reaction towards anything, I mean, how does it help anyone? In fact, I think what surprised me the most, even more than this, was, I have plenty of youngsters in my group. By youngsters, I'm talking of the age group from 20 to 30, 20, 30. Within that age group, I call them youngsters. Okay? Now, these guys who have been in my group, most of them are quiet, most of them are normal, they work normal jobs and all that. Now, imagine they hardly get in touch with me for anything. But the minute I shared this, they even send me private messages. Spewing hate against a religious group, spewing hate against, or the people of, this particular state or that particular state. And that left me thinking, until now, you never got in touch with me for self-improvement. You have never got in touch with me for discussing economics or anything worthwhile. They never sent me a message for anything worthwhile. But they did, get the drive and interest to share their opinion about politics and hatred. So then that made me think, if today the youth of India today does not care about studying, education, learning, growing, none of this, but they are interested in politics, but in politics, hatred towards, this religion or this state or these people or this political party. In fact, one of them who I have always considered as a good friend, I I asked this guy to remove himself from my groups. And why did I do that? Because in my groups, I mean, if you encourage a kind of behavior, everyone else thinks that this is normal. And when I shared this in the group, this guy who was supposed to be a good friend, normally if you talk to him, he's a very genuine guy, very nice person. But in the group, I don't know what happens to him. And especially when you're talking of BJP or Hinduism or I don't know, there's a switch that gets flipped. His typical responses were, this is Kerala, this is Muslim, this is Islamic, and he didn't focus on the act being bad or this is wrong. Rather, it was more focused towards hatred towards a particular community. And then the part that shocked me even more was he justified killing. He justified hurting another human being. He justified all this murder and everything. He said, yeah, this is the best response or whatever. I'm not getting the exact words, but he justified the acts of murder and harm towards human beings. Why? Because his justification was, oh, this was done by Congress, or this was done in 1947, or this was done 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and they did it there to this temple and these people. And when just like they say, the quality of your company or your brand based on the people you're with or the people you surround yourself with. In the same way, the greatness or lack thereof of a country is known by the majority. If today India's youth or India's majority is only focused on politics, but not politics to make the nation better, but rather politics that spews hatred towards a religion, hatred towards a community, hatred towards this state or this political party. Oh, they did this 20 years ago, 30 years ago, now we need to teach them a lesson. If this is what their mindset is, I mean, how do you differentiate yourself, or how are you different from a terrorist or extremist? It really shocked me, because if this is how these individuals are, I mean, how does a nation progress? And I think this is the main reason why educated professionals, people with class, people who want to contribute to their future or want to be something in life, they choose to leave India. Because what is this? This is absolute nonsense, utter rubbish. And that is why people who have an intelligent mind or are enterprising or they have a very open mindset, this kind of behavior, this kind of thinking doesn't, it doesn't gel with you. It doesn't sync or doesn't sit well with you. And that is, I think, one of the main reasons why we get all these potential CEOs, potential individuals who have the capacity for change. They choose not to stay. Because, agreed, fine, there is a population crisis, there's too much excessive amount of competition, it's very low pay and all that. Fine, all that is there. But I think the root cause comes down to your character, your foundation, your core beliefs. And if this is how people believe and this is how people are, at least the majority, I mean, I was very shocked, very disappointed. As it is, that incident itself rattled me. I mean, killing someone in front of their family, that itself was enough to drive me like, what the hell is happening here? And then on top of that, these youngsters, instead of condemning the crime, their response was, oh, these people of this religion, or the people of this state, and they justify, oh, we should also kill them, and we should also. It's a sad state of affairs, and I'll tell you honestly, in as much as I felt bad that I had to ask my friend to leave, or the person I consider my friend, I prefer not surrounding myself with individuals like these who spew hatred and discriminate against others. I just can't. I'm sorry, but I'll keep in touch with you, but from a distance, because the more I get to know that this is how your mentality is, and it just makes me sick to the stomach. There is enough and more hatred and problems in this world. If everyone starts thinking in terms of revenge and hatred, where do we stop? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. You agree, disagree? Because I really think this politics and these politicians they don't give a damn about your future, your education, your character. They are only concerned about their agenda. We should succeed. We should get the seat of power. Hell with anything else. I'm not saying Congress or BJP. I think all of them are the same. To be honest with you, that's what I feel. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to speak your mind off. It's me signing off. You guys take care.